Hey y'all. I know I've already done a video today, but God has been speaking to me this morning. Uh, God's been speaking to me, and the devil's been trying to attack. But I want to talk to y'all for a second about fear and anxiety. Um, I have always had a lot of anxiety issues. I have spent a good deal of my life on medication. Praise God, I am not now, and I haven't been for a while. But I wanted to kind of let you know something. We we get this anxiety, and it. Let me explain to you how my anxiety worked. I could not make phone calls, and in my job, that is what I do. I call vendors, I call customers, I handle things like that. And even, as grown-ups in our personal lives, we have to handle the bills, and sometimes we have to call and talk to people. And I would do any and everything to avoid that. Like, if I could email you, that would be great. um, but and we won't even talk about how bad it was going in stores for me. I just couldn't do it. But praise God, He delivered me from that. And that is not something I have to deal with it to extreme measures on a day-to-day basis. Now, with that being said, I know I need people to understand that it comes back. And by it, yeah, the anxiety, but it's the enemy. He knows how hard you have struggled with this thing. And he knows, just the right little, kind of like a spouse or one of your kids, they know just what to do to set you off. Well, the enemy knows just what to do to freeze you up. And with fear and anxiety, to where he wants to cripple you to where you can't do anything, and just it'll wreck your whole day. And if you have ever had anxiety, you can take one small thought over something completely insignificant, and it will ruin your entire day. It will make you sick, it will make you tired, and you don't even know what happened. That's how it works, and he knows that, and that's what he wants to do. And he really tries it the most when there's something good coming. Like, if there's something you're fixing to have to step up and do, he knows it just like we know it. So he's trying to, like, head it off and get you to fall apart before you even do what you're supposed to do. So today, I had to make a few phone calls. I had to make some personal business calls, and then I had to make some work phone calls. And at 6:45 this morning, I was terrified. I was like, oh, I don't want to do it. I had to call. I was supposed to have to call about some car insurance, is what happened. I had gotten an email that said, you made a partial payment and you need to make an immediate payment right now, or you're going to lapse your insurance. And, my vehicle is financed, so if my insurance lapses, not only do I not have insurance, but the people I pay for the car are going to be upset. So I'm freaking out at 6:45 this morning, and all of a sudden I really freak out because I have this overwhelming anxiety come on me, and I don't want to call them. And, I have to wait until 9 o'clock when they're open, so I spent these couple of hours just freaking out. And same thing happened with some work stuff. And it turned, finally, what happened was I realized who I was. I realized I was a child of God. I realized that it was a phone call. And I was not going to let the enemy control me with a phone call to a stranger. Okay? And you guys, we have to take control. And I know it's hard. Okay? And I know, I can give you the scriptures. You can Google them. You can look them up. I can give them to you. And you'll be like, these are just words. They might be. Write them on a Post-it. Tape it to your refrigerator. Tape it to the back of your cell phone. Make it the screensaver. Repeat it constantly. But what you have to do is take control. I let it go on for a couple hours this morning. I really did. And then I was like, you know what? Forget this. And I did it anyways. And I was getting my mad face on because we have to do it anyways. Do not, you are in control. If you give the enemy that little bit of control, he is going to take it and run with it. And it's going to be more than a few hours. It's going to be more than a day. It's going to go weeks and months before you know it. You are on the high dose of medication because you didn't stop them. Now, I understand there are other circumstances, chemical things, and this and that, but we have to make the effort to stop this mess, okay? And so, and just so you know, after my few hours of anxiety for nothing, by the way, I'm just now getting over feeling sick, and that was hours ago. It turned out to be nothing. One of the places I didn't even have to call. Another place I didn't even have to talk to anybody. So I was really worrying for nothing. And had I not done what I needed to do, it could have been bad. It could have snowballed into something else. But it turned out to be nowhere near what I was fearing. And a lot of times the anxiety and the fear we have turn out to be nothing. And we really don't understand, when it's all said and done, we really don't understand why we were worrying in the first place. The enemy tries to control us with fear. Anything he can do to keep you from doing what you're supposed to do. It may not be anything big. It might be a simple phone call. It might be a sink full of dishes. I've had him tell me, I have had the devil come in my mind and try to tell me that I was too sorry to get up and clean a sink full of dishes. And you know what it did? It made me too sorry to get up and clean a sink full of dishes. Do it. Y'all, we are in control. God is in control. But over the enemy, we have control because of him. Okay? And we need to grasp that. We need to put our foot down. The armor of God, put on the helmet of salvation. You might think it's silly, but you're in your bathroom. Who's in there with you? Okay? Put on the armor of God. Cover yourself. It might not make much sense to you. Read Ephesians 6. My son knows it. I think it's 10 through 14, 18. Go all the way down to where it ends in prayer. I know they only have so many, but prayer is part of the armor of God because you have got to pray that armor on. And I know there's people that are not as far in, they don't go to church. They're not. Do it. Okay? And, every once in a while, I go pretty much through my daily life now not being anxious anymore. Walking in the store to get a soda used to terrify me. I would sweat. I would shake. And now here I am. I'm making videos and putting it out there for people to see. And I know half of them are talking crap about me because they know who I used to be. I don't care. Okay? But that is what God has done for me. And he has done it for me, so he will do it for you. I felt it so strong. Maybe I felt that this morning. Maybe I had to fight it off just so I could do this, and there's somebody out there that needs to hear it. You do not have to live afraid. You do not have to live in the anxiety that the enemy keeps trying to cripple you with. That is his game plan, and as long as you keep allowing him to do it, it will keep working. I am so thankful that God has delivered me from that mess, and I don't have to be on medication anymore. I did for a long time. So I'm not going to knock anybody that's on it. You do what you feel you need to do, but do not let the enemy control you with that mess. And that's all for today, folks. Love y'all.